Hello, welcome to or back to my channel. So today I'll be sharing 11 basic travel tips for traveling to Europe. Number one, don't believe everything that you see on Pinterest. Pinterest is awesome. I love it. I spend hours on it. What you see on Pinterest isn't necessarily going to be what you see. Have expectations, but don't overdo your expectations. Like, don't be disappointed if things don't look or feel or aren't just in general exactly how you were imagining it, because it will probably be different from how you imagine it if you've never been. Number two is don't be so focused on pictures. And I'm not saying don't take pictures, because like I love taking pictures, and if I'm going to a pretty place, and especially if I'm like in Europe, I want to take like all the best pictures I can. I want to like be posing. I want like everything to be perfect. But if that is going to take away from you just enjoying the fact that you're in Europe and you're going to be overly stressed about trying to get all these pictures like super perfect, then maybe you should calm down a bit and just enjoy the fact that you're there. And pictures are super important to me for memory purposes, and also because I like posting on Instagram and I like having like nice pictures that are Instagrammy. But I have experienced, getting stressed out or upset that my pictures aren't exactly the way that I want them, and that really just made me not have too great of a time. And so when I was a bit more chilled out about it, I actually ended up still loving the photos, but I was a lot more chilled out and just enjoyed my time a lot more, and still got the pictures that I can now look back on and have as memories. Number three is don't stress out if you've forgotten something. If you forgot something that's like super important that you can only have in America, because like I have eczema and I have like specific creams that I need to use on my skin, and if I forgot one of those, it's not like I can just go to a dermatologist and like grab the same prescription over there. But if it's like general stuff like soaps, toothbrush, deodorant, stuff like that, like you are going to be fine, because people also live in Europe. People live in those countries and they brush their teeth, they brush their hair, they use lotion, they eat food, and so you are going to be able to find basic stuff that you need there. Number four, experience life outside of the touristy areas. Sometimes it really just is so nice to get away from the Americans and actually be around local people. Even just walking around, eating at places there, which honestly, eating at bakeries or restaurants or any place that's away from touristy areas are always cheaper and way more delicious and way more authentic. So I would also recommend doing that, just because it is so much better. So if you like people watching and really want to experience a different culture, I would highly recommend leaving the touristy areas to see something else. Number five is do your research. Do your research on the time of year that you're going, what the best places to see are. If you are searching up, best places to see in Paris or Rome or anywhere really, everything that's going to pop up at the beginning are going to be like the big main touristy things. But there are so many hidden gems in every country and in every city. The best place I think to do your research is asking someone who's visited the country, or even better, asking someone who's lived in the country. Or if you don't know anyone, which is totally fine, then when you're doing your research online, trying to find like a YouTuber or a blogger who actually is from that country and is giving advice on like hidden gems in that country. Number six, for my lovers of shopping out there, I love you and I feel for you, but do not shop too much before going, and do not overpack, because you probably will shop on vacation. I am always like planning out what outfit I want to wear in my head, especially if I'm going to be taking pictures or I'm going on vacation. I always go shopping before my trips, and I've realized that I end up going shopping in the country that I visit anyways. So if you love shopping, I'd recommend, maybe just getting a few basic things, but being prepared to go over, and if you have time to shop, realizing that you're probably going to shop, so save some space in your luggage, and definitely don't overpack, because if you're going to go shopping there, you're probably going to wear the stuff that you buy. Number seven goes along with fashion. Try not to look like a tourist if you care about that. I know some people don't care. You can experience the culture looking like a tourist. but I find that I am able to best feel immersed in a new culture and in a new country if I feel like I'm also somewhat blending in with the people there. And so that's also another reason why maybe it's not the best idea to shop for a whole new wardrobe before traveling. When you go there, you'll actually be able to see what's trending in that country, because again, Pinterest isn't going to tell you what is actually trending with the locals. Number 8 is always going to be one of my number 1 tips. It's go during off season, unless there are things that you really want to do that you can only specifically do during peak season, because it'll be way less crowded, and it's just so nice when you get to walk not crowded streets. It just is so much more enjoyable, and you can also get better pictures when there isn't a crowd of people around you. Number 9 is about airport stuff and what you can travel with. I have found that when I leave America, I am able to bring a lot more liquids. You're able to have liquids that are in cases that are 3.4 ounces or smaller, and that's equivalent to, I believe, 100 milliliters. America is a huge place and there are hundreds of airports. I have been to quite a few and I've never had a problem with bringing a ton of liquids because I literally pack everything. I'll go to Walmart and buy little container thingies, and I'll pack like shampoo, conditioner, lotions, sprays for my hair, and I literally have had half of a backpack full of liquids. And every airport that I've been in America, sometimes they've made comments on how much I have as a joke, like, whoa, that's a lot, like stuff like that, but they've always let me bring it through because each individual bottle was under 3.4 ounces. However, when leaving countries in Europe, I haven't been to every country in Europe, but this is typically how it's been, especially with England. England is just so stingy about this. Before you go through security, they will give you this quart-sized bag, and you have to fit all of your liquids in that bag. Like, it doesn't matter if all of your liquid jars are 3.4 ounces or under, they all have to just fit inside that bag. Sometimes even mascara. They took my mascara once, even though it was empty, and they shoved it in there. So if something doesn't fit in that bag, even if it's super tiny, you have to throw it away. Tip number 10, take time to put your phone away and just wander around. I know, because I love taking pictures, that sometimes you just want to be holding up your phone and taking pictures of everything, but it's super nice when you can just put that all away and just soak in the atmosphere and just look at everything and appreciate how beautiful it is. Pictures do not do anything justice, honestly, especially when you go to a beautiful place and you take a picture of it. That picture is not going to look nearly as great as what you are seeing right in front of you. So take that time to really just enjoy being there. Number 11, keep in mind that things in Europe close pretty early. Usually the only things that are open late are like restaurants, because people are very social and active in the evenings, and so those are typically the only things that will be open. So just be aware of that as you're trying to plan. But thank you so much for watching. I hope that these tips were helpful. If you're planning a trip to Europe, good luck. I'm so excited for you because Europe is beautiful. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah.